We'll now move on to Texas State Technical College, Harlingen. You're on the Board of Regents, and I'm guessing the Board of Regents for the whole state, not just Harlingen.
Correct, yes.
Right? Tell us about the college.
Sure. So in 2021, Governor Abbott appointed me to the TSTC Board of Regents. We are a statewide technical college, so we currently have 10 campuses. We added an 11th campus in the Comal, Guadalupe County area, and we have a 12th campus in Denton County that will be established, and we continue to do a lot of expansion throughout our campuses. We feel that there is a need for a lot of the technical trades, and TSTC is seen as the premier technical school. And we don't only say that, but our employers are saying that. In fact, there's a group of employers that got together to help with legislation to be able to expand not only organically through our campuses that are already in place, our local one being Harlingen, but also to establish new campuses. One of a quotes that the president from the Texas Manufacturers Association said, "The biggest problem of TSTC is that you're not big enough." So we hear it from employers. They want more students graduating from TSTC, and so we're very fortunate to have the support of legislators. They understand the need for the workforce, the technical workforce, and TSTC does a phenomenal job because we get professors who have done the job. They've been on the manufacturing floor, they've been in the hospital emergency rooms, they've been on the field. So they come from industry, and they come with so much love of the industry and so much energy and so much insight and knowledge of the industry, and they're ready to pour it to our students. And it's fascinating to see that our students are graduating with certificates and associate's degrees. Our job placement rate is at 82%. And we think it's actually higher, but based on what we can track, it's about 82% job placement rate, which no other college in the U.S. can say that. Our students are graduating sometimes with a job already lined up. Most of our students in graduations already have a job lined up even before they graduate. And these students are getting great paying jobs with little to no college debt. And so that is why, TSTC is so effective in that. And one of the things that is different from your other community colleges and universities is that we're performance-based. And so we have an incentive to not only graduate the students, but to make sure they are placed in jobs. And so the more students we place in jobs with higher paying wages, the more money we get from the legislature.
And that's pretty unique, isn't it, for TSTC? There aren't any other colleges in Texas that get funded that way.
Correct. We don't levy property taxes. We're a state institution. And so we have we're performance based, and it's really an industry mindset. We focus on the output. And for us, the end goal isn't just getting students in seats, isn't just graduating students, but it's placing them in a job, because that is how we can grow the economy, we can grow the livelihood of these students for them to be able to have the quality of life that they want for their families.
But so in order to grow, you're dependent totally on the state funding you? And if that's the case, if you say, like you say, Texas Association of Manufacturing, other entities like that are praising TSTC all the time. Mm-hmm. We see that over the years. Mm-hmm. You get incredible reviews, yes. But you're beholden to the legislature to see that, the legislators to see that and say, we need another campus like that, or we need the same campus to be much bigger.
Exactly.
Is that frustrating at times that the lawmakers don't see that?
I would say for the most part, they understand that. And we've had a lot of success this legislative session. As I mentioned, Governor Greg Abbott at the state of the state, he gave a shout out to TSTC, and he gave a shout out to one of our welding students. A lot of people think that, for a long time there was a stereotype on technical jobs, but in reality, if you look at these wages, our students with certificates and associate's degrees are making more money than people with bachelor's, than people with masters, and sometimes even with people with doctoral degrees. And so these are great paying jobs. And what's been very amazing to see is that it's not just us telling our story and selling it. The employers are doing it for us. The Texas Manufacturing Association, the Association of Contractors, the Texas Trucking Association, they were testifying at the legislature pretty much telling our legislators how much we need to continue funding and to expand funding so that TSTC can continue growing the economy, because that's essentially what we're doing. We're helping create more jobs. We're placing skilled workforce in those jobs and ensuring that we have that skilled workforce in place so that Texas can grow.
So as a region, do you have your meetings up in Waco? Is that where you have to go?
We vary. So our flagships are in Waco and Harlingen, but we have our board meetings in several different campuses. A lot of them are in Waco, but sometimes we have them at the Fort Bend County, sometimes we have them in North Texas. And the goal of that is so that regions can be able to see the different campuses. And it's always wonderful for me because you get to visit different campuses and see what the great things that they're doing. And it's great to talk to the deans, to talk to the professors. And so that was the goal of alternating and having our board meetings in different campuses.
And the chancellor is?
Mike Reeser. And he's been a phenomenal visionary leader. I think he's really changed the trajectory of what higher ed should look like. And a lot of other colleges and higher ed institutions are trying to find a way to follow that model of performance-based, with a career being the end goal.
Well, as you will know, I recall his visit to the Valley a few years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, and he gave that incredible speech at the Harlingen Chamber offices. And I just think, can you bring him back?
Yes, absolutely.
Can you bring him back and to inspire us all again?
Yes, in fact, he's going to be coming in a couple of weeks. And so I will make sure.
This is breaking news.
Yes, he will be visiting. We have a dinner scheduled, but yes, he'll be coming in a couple of weeks, and I'd be happy to connect him with you. And he's just been a great leader for TSTC and really, really visionary leader. A couple of years ago, we know the model was changed to being that performance-based, and we've seen great results from it.
Yes, that's it. Thank you so much, Lizzy, for explaining and giving us an update on all the good things that are happening at TSTC.